Hello everyone, it's Mike again with House Flipping School, doing a series of videos here on house flipping and really the best way or processes that you can use to really make money at the end of the deal. One of the exciting parts now as we're getting near towards the end of these videos is you raise some money, you bought a property, you repaired it, you determined what the ARV was early on in the process, house is done and now you're ready to list it. And now you're looking at cashing that check. And it's really an exciting time, and I suggest that you savor it and enjoy it and, before you go on to the next one. But earlier we talked about ARV, after repair value, because that's where it starts. If we don't know what that is, it doesn't matter whether you are getting a house at $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. If you don't know what you can sell it for, it doesn't matter. So we've determined, through the help of a real estate broker, that, hey, this house is going to sell for $200,000. And she did that through what's known as a market analysis, a compilation, which is referred to as comps. And now here we are, 6 months later, house is looking great. Do we necessarily just go and list it at $200,000? Absolutely not. What we want to do is we want to get our real estate broker back involved, preferably the one that you worked with early on, that will show your allegiance to them and that you're credible because you promised them the listing in the end. And it's very important. Don't start shopping that around if you determined early on that this is the one that's going to list it. It's your credibility at risk here if you don't. So, assuming you hired the real estate broker to list it, the one that worked with you possibly when you bought the property, or the one that helped you determine that ARV, what she's going to do now is a market analysis currently. And two things can happen here. One, it could come higher, great, or it could go lower, maybe not so great. But if you remember, we used this 70% formula, which gives us the flexibility of downward momentum if that happens. So it's not the end of the world, and this is why we want to try to turn properties quickly and not have them too long. In case we get into a cycle where the market continues to drop, and I've been there and I understand that, but give yourself enough flexibility to absorb that cost. So she determines it's 190, and you say, no, I want to try to go for the 200,000 because that's what we determined. Do yourself a favor, take her recommendation and her suggestion, because what's going to happen is if you try to go high, you're going to outprice yourself in the market, you're going to end up carrying that property longer. So I really want you to consider that when we talked about earlier soft costs. If you have an interest rate of maybe a couple $1,000s a month on a note, that adds up pretty quickly. You could have real estate taxes of $200 or $300 a month, and so on. So think about that before you try to ask for the higher price. This is why team building is very important. We talk about that on our blogs and other videos, and you need to listen to your real estate broker. The idea is to sell that property quickly and move on to the next one. So I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, leave them on the comment section below. I look forward to talking to you soon and helping you with your house flipping business. Thanks, Mike with House Flipping School.